Morgan and Kira Dunn. Noguero, 32 starts a season ago. Zoe Smith, the grad transfer from Georgia. Ariadne Termes, and off the steal of the inbound, Noguero with a quick bucket to make it 6-0 Georgia Tech.
They have the bodies to do it with the new members, even the players they were able to get from the transfer portal. They're trying to run and gun.
The Yellow Jackets 9 of 12 from the floor. The dribble drive by Reed working on Noguero. Well contested, pulled away by Smith. Nell Fortner says she has as deep a team as she has had at Georgia Tech. Great ball rotation in the corner, triple by Carnegie.
Either trying to find something on penetration. They're big on cutters. You know, that's something that Kira Dunn does extremely well for the squad.
Another steal off the inbound by Noguero. That's the second time that Inés Noguero this quarter has posted the inbound. Honorable mention all Big South a year ago. Great cut on the backdoor. Termes and Noguero outscoring Winthrop 24-8 in quarter three. A double team. Loose, pulled away by the Jackets. Noguero up ahead. Blacks here on the run. Two more. Rooms out of Sharpsburg, Georgia. Was a 2,000-plus point scorer in high school. Tip pass. Noguero tracks it down in the foot race with Porter, who strips her, but a foul called. Lady Hardman Grooms played collegiately at Georgia. Played in the WNBA as well. The Winthrop head women's basketball coaches, because my very first color analyst as a radio professional was a former Winthrop head coach in Robin Muller.
Oh, wow.
Ball away from the baseline by Noguero.
Well, you can just have natural talent and just play the game. That puts you ahead of the game.
Gambrell trying to muscle her way in. Got blocked by Noguero. And a shot clock violation. Throws over the defense. The jumper by Thompson, no good. Chasing after. Great hustle. Shovels Noguero. Noguero gets the bucket. But Tiana Thompson gets the credit. We'll witness a runaway win for the homestanding Yellow Jackets as we get this 2024-25 women's college basketball season underway. Tolbert into a crowd. Davis swatted. That corner three erased by Noguero.
And that was a good recovery by Noguero with that transition or that rotation. She's able to get that block defensively. And we talk about the intangibles that Noguero brings to this Georgia Tech ball club. We see it right there.
Davis down the baseline. Turnaround stopped by Noguero. Noguero shoveling. Termes flipping and scoring. Bulldogs looking to avenge that loss at Stegeman Coliseum last year. Noguero swoops in for the rebound. A fresh possession, right to three, good. 13-9 as she exchanges with the right. Noguero from deep, yes. Maya Williams was third on the Panthers in scoring last year. And a pair of Sun Belt transfers. Eden Johnson from Georgia Southern, Mahogany. The +1 done from the left corner. Same result. Georgia Tech, meanwhile, will face a matchup zone from the Panthers. Noguero bangs down the three.
One and done. The rebound for Amaya Evans. And off the miss, Georgia wants to push. And a whistle and an offensive foul called.
Well, both these teams know the opponent's going to press. Both these teams are attacking the press. And that time you see Inés Noguero get down and get set to get that charge on Georgia.
Georgia Tech, no problem with the pressure. They get an open look for three.
They want to shoot the ball in the first 8 seconds. So what is Georgia doing? They're extending into some full court pressure. They're crashing the glass to try to slow Georgia Tech down. Not working on this possession.
Numbers, Morgan with the dish.
Sophomore from Farmington Hills, Michigan. Skip pass all the way across. Three-point try for Kira Dunn. Splash! Griffin finds just enough space to cut it loose. It's off the front of the rim. Noguero And this is what Coach Nell Fortner wants the Yellow Jackets to do. Push, pace. Kara Dunn weaving in. There's 2. She kicks out. Noguero, yes.
I think Southwest Atlanta is the best.
Okay, there it is.
That's what they say, people who are from the area.
Yes, we got the cater where it's greater than Southwest the best. All right. We call Midtown mid.
Mid.
3-point shot. And you mentioned those 2 West Coast teams. Georgia Tech, their final ACC games are at Cal and at Stanford. Thompson, a jailbreak. Wouldn't want to spend it anywhere else. And I'm not kidding about that, by the way. Gabby Crooms hits a 3. Was he on staff and you were here?
No, Sam's not that old.
As DeShields coming up the floor, no 3 taken there. The lane instead and blocked by Noguero.
Some zone here by Georgia Tech, trying to close that lane down.
Into
Noguero, stop and pop. The 15-footer goes. She'll take it toward the baseline, dribble back, loses the handle on it. Morgan takes it away. Quick pass inside. It's up and will fall with tempo. Noguero, quick find. Smith dumps it in off the window. Squaring to face the basket. She's double teamed. It's taken away by Noguero. Morgan with composure. Thierra off to the left, in the lane, tosses it up, and it's blocked away. Blackshear, cut and finish. Block to Bautista. She crosses over. Noguero in their rankings. We've already seen how that's paid off for Georgia Tech. The Yellow Jackets. Thierra outside. Smith has it batted away.
Assist by Morgan to Termis, but as you said, you know, this team, the Warhawks, they have some players on their roster that have some power forwards.
To Dunn. The kick out, Noguero wants another 3. Gets another 3. Every game is a progression. You're trying to build. You're trying to hold your team accountable. As Noguero steals the inbound. Noguero in the open floor for 2. Timms drops it off. White picks up the dribble on Blackshear. Pass out was tipped and stolen by Noguero. Zips it ahead to Morgan. Morgan off glass, but she draws the foul.
And she just attacked. Good steal. Nice deflection by Noguero. She has been great defensively to start this one.
Season high 21 points in their win over South Dakota State out in Hawaii. Connects on the second. Jackets lead is 20. Oh, Noguero got another steal. Oh, she has been a pickpocket. With so many guards and your quickness and agility. And frustrate opponents that way. Noguero with a third 3 of the game.
I mean, she is having a first half.
That gives her 4. And Noguero with another steal.
Navarre. It's a really good job by Alyssa Usby leading the break, finding her open teammate, but both of these teams love to let their defense drive their offense, and Kara just dominated in the first quarter. Got after it on the glass. That shot was blocked.
Where the foul is specifically on Donarski in that instance.
And who was generating the contact.
What a rebound by Renaya Kelly. I mean, she came out of nowhere, but here's the difference.
Noguero, oh, good look. Blackshear, the extra pass for the Jackets.
Now
there's life after basketball, and that influenced the decision for Susan Gulafak to stick back by Noguero.
You're going to have to stop them defensively if you want to cut into the lead.
Noguero takes the handoff, spots a seam, ropes it out. The three-pointer rattles down to the Owls instead. Adams' pass batted.
You're getting prepared for conference play.
Well, you navigate your schedule during finals. Feels like you're playing with ankle weight. The backdoor feed. This will be another runaway victory. For number 17, Georgia Tech will extend its school record best start. Noguero knocked down.
It may have been a combination, but they got some good looks and just couldn't knock them down. Georgia Tech's getting a hand up and defending.
From her back seat, she gets it off the Blackshear. 3 seconds to shoot. Noguero's got to put it up. And off the window, she gets it. You saw head coach Nell Fortner in her 6th season. Led the Yellow Jackets to the NCAA tournament a couple of years ago. And what vision from Noguero to find in transition off a make. Nearly turned it over. Noguero steps into a 3 from the wing, and she drills it.
Working on that three-point shot in the summer, and it's paying off so far in the season.
Kara Dunn and 1. Miles out to Washenitz. Got to get it up, and it's swatted away by Noguero.
Rebounders and players who just get after it. And even Coach Jack really admired it. She says that rebounding is a...
She's 2 for 2 already. Here's the triple on the other side from Georgia Tech. Poked out by Tembris. Big one and a pull-up Jay. We were talking about it at shoot-around. Didn't look like anyone on Virginia Tech was under 5'11". Is there's a... to make sure that they don't score or get a pass or a cut.
Noguero from the baseline.
I think Puffy needs to do a better job of demanding the basketball there from the wing position.
Top of the key right.
Coming through for Louisville.
Still time for Georgia Tech. 8 on the game clock. Noguero off the bounce. Looking for help. Finds Dunn. Streaking to the bucket. Count it. Little congested for Georgia Tech in the corner. Noguero pulls up off the glass. Rattles it in.
Taken away by Citron. Looks around. No Olivia Miles on the floor right now for Notre Dame.
And you see King try to get it inside to Koval, get her teammates involved once again, but in the spotlight, Nell Fortner just loves it. She believes in her players. She loves them to death. They love her back, so they're going to get in and play hard for her. And they're not.
Without Hidalgo for the 2nd straight game, they scuffled a little bit in their last game against Clemson. And a bit of a struggle tonight. Prosper was able to rip it away, but oh my goodness, Tech was relentless. Koval rescued it, got quickly double-teamed. Great defense by the Yellow Jackets, and now Noguero on the break.
Virginia now with the stop in a basket, as I mentioned, in position to turn this down to single.
Cameron Williams, and a tough catch. That was a great catch by a post player.
And she's looked really solid. Williams in this game, 6 points and at least that many rebounds as Noguero.
So in her spot starting is Reagan Connolly, her 13th start for this season. Backdoor cut and Noguero. So Reagan Conley able to get the first bucket for Wake Forest in the absence of Elise Williams. Hadn't started the last 2 games, but you can see right away feeling that aggressive tone. Tipped up top. Inés finishes the play. Georgia Tech right now at 7 points from the bench. Wake Forest has yet to see a reserve score. Tony Morgan turned down the 3. More ball movement. Finds Kara Dunn in the corner. Clip that one off for the highlight tape. Inés Noguero has had a hand on a lot of Wake Forest deflections in this game and finds a second one in this very possession.
And you see she's using that outside hand, just those mechanics alone, making it easy, getting her hands on the ball every single time.
Turkoff off the bounce. That was deflected, of course, by Inés.
I told you, Turkoff is a calming factor in their offense.
Is not in the rotation for them today. Noguero tries again from the outside and drops that one in.
March basketball, it's still February. I mean, we've been seeing that all season long, but today is different.
Wake Forest can go ahead with the bucket here. The attention for Riley Turkoff, trying everything to get the ball as Inés Noguero.
And we talked about how great Inés is defensively. Look how she blows, not once, twice, blows up this handoff, gets her hand on the ball, steal, boom, foul right there.
Georgia Tech picks up their 21st win on the season.
NC State's won 5 of the last 6 in this series.
Forcing them to shoot some outside shots, or shots they're not normally comfortable in the offense.
There's a 3 by Georgia Tech's turn to run some pick and roll. Morgan. Great touch pass to Noguero for 3. Good again. This is an NC State team that out-rebounded North Carolina plus 20 on Sunday. Noguero slicing in, dumping it down to Blacks here, and she finishes with the left.
An attempt for a run that Georgia Tech was trying to pull off.
Off the back cut, it's done off the feet, and the crowd's on his feet in McCamish. Oh, and the angle pass was a lazy one over the last 7.5 minutes. Traeger almost lost it off the bottom of the rim.
Celebrating senior day today. The two seniors, Caleb Blackshear and Zoe Smith. This is from the corner of the aforementioned. And it's Smith the other way, a 3-on-1. And the lay-in. Started at the 4 consistently for Florida State. That's another turnover. Georgia Tech, Tony Morgan with the finger roll. Wyckoff wanted a offensive foul. Yeah, travel. And Noguero spins and scores. You can tell what Georgia Tech's strategy is.
Yeah, they're going to double down and try and get that ball out of her hands.
Termes
just dribbled down until she was able to get the shot she wanted.
Here to Florida State from Cincinnati. We talked with Brooke Wyckoff. She says they were looking for length in the transfer portal. They definitely got it.
They definitely got that from Williams. Right now, the rim has not been too kind the last couple of possessions for Georgia Tech. That last shot from Chitchat just rimmed out. Good defense by Noguero.
Spent time at all levels. The Olympics, the WNBA. Kara Dunn with the right hand scores 2 more.
Williams was coming.
Things are starting to get interesting towards the back end of this 4th quarter. Villegas trapped. Somehow she got the ball back in time for a tie-up. It'll go back to Timpson. Not often somebody gets above Michaela Timpson. And it's Noguero.
Big.
The entry pass is knocked away and stolen. Good defense on display early as Noguero. Dunn has it knocked away. Noguero recovers. Has a clean look and cashes in.
Inés Noguero into the game, and inside it goes. Louisville and Clemson for your viewing pleasure. Heck, knew that shot was short, came in to grab her own rebound. Less than anybody in the country.
In the nation. Unfortunately for the Pack, both on their star. Noguero's pass inside to Dunn. Bump to the rim, that dribble bump to get space and finish right in front of the bucket.
Swished in.
To try to build back into this game.
Wilson trying to get it in, finds Dugan. Shot clock at 5. Dugan needs help. Hill had it picked off. Stolen away by Noguero, who will lay it in.
Well, this is how Georgia Tech can continue to crack the code. They have the defensive tools to be able to do things like this, but they need more of those opportunities.
That never got to the rim. On the run, and a well-run fast break. Well, Richmond's been up as many as 20. Noguero, good penetration, got it downstairs.
And pulled up for that deuce, and they need to be more proactive offensively just like that.
Carney with a triple right on the money.